Hi guys, welcome to Vic and Vern Sports Chat. I'm Vic and welcome to our latest NFL update. We're going to have a look back at week 8 and we're going to have a preview of week 9. Let me tell you what all our other topics are going to be. Let me just show you on the screen. We're going to talk about the biggest disappointment for me this season. There's a few teams that I'm very disappointed about. Then we all know the trade deadline's on next Tuesday, so on the 5th of November. So it'll be interesting to see what the teams are going to be doing, if there's any teams going to make a last minute splash. And then we'll take a look at the standings. We'll just run through those quickly, don't worry about it. But let's get straight into this week's games. And let's see the results from this week. They'll be running down at the bottom of the screen and I'll talk you through it. Our first game was on Thursday night between the Vikings and the Rams. The Vikings have had a sensational season, and the Rams have not showed up this season. But hey, they got two big guys back this season. They got two of their boys back, and here they are. Cup and Nakao is what I think they call him, Nakao. Now, those are two big weapons for Matthew Stafford, and he showed it. He started flinging the ball around. He had these weapons. He had 4 touchdown passes, so he was doing really, really well. So that is a fantastic start to the season for them. Then the second game of the week was the Eagles against the Bengals. I don't know, the Bengals they just can't seem to get it together. And this is a fantastic game from the Eagles. You got to give it to Saquon Barkley. He was sensational. He was sensational. But so was Jalen Hurts. Both had a fantastic game. I like both the players. I think the Eagles will rival the Commanders for that spot in the playoffs. Maybe they both make it, one with the wild card. But the Eagles are definitely on a good path. There's not a lot you can say about the Eagles at the moment. They're doing a great job. Then the Ravens against the Browns. If I had a siren, it would go off. That was a big upset. Deshaun Watson, season-ending injury last week, the quarterback from the Browns. No one wants to see anybody get injured, but was it a good thing for the Browns? Because old Jameis was flinging it, and he played really well. The Ravens, I don't know what's up with the Ravens. I mean, they didn't get Derrick Henry going at all. Lamar Jackson wasn't himself either, especially in the run game. But a good 29-24 win for the Browns. Surprisingly, that was the big upset of the week. Then we had the Titans against the Lions. What did we expect? I said it here. I said it was going to be a 50-burger. And the Lions scored 52 points against the 14 of the Titans. Jared Goff threw for 3 touchdowns. It's the 5th straight win for the Lions. Lions are doing well. Titans, we all know the Titans are going nowhere. Cardinals, Dolphins. I was poo-pooing the Cardinals the whole season. But they're starting to put things together, the Cardinals. And the Dolphins, okay, hey, nice to see Tua back in his first game. But I think the season of the Dolphins is basically over. I mean, you're 2-5. I don't think they get to the playoffs, so that's done. Then, we'll get to them later in my disappointments. The New York Jets against the Patriots. I mean, my beloved Patriots, they won this game on Ramon Stevens' touchdown right at the end of the game. But come on, the Jets just suck. I mean, they blamed Robert Saleh for everything. They got rid of him. They changed who knows? The offensive coordinator is the head coach, defensive coordinator, special team. They basically changed everything on their squad. But for me, the guy they've got to blame a lot on this year is definitely this man on the screen right now. I mean, come on, Aaron Rodgers. You're supposed to be the bad man. You're not a leader. He's not a leader. He's not a leader of men. Aaron Rodgers is a good quarterback. He is not a great quarterback anymore. He's just a good, average quarterback in the NFL. And that's sad to say. That is very sad to say. I'm a fan. I used to always be a fan of Aaron Rodgers, but done. Patriots, stunning win against the Jets. No one thought that was going to happen. Falcons, Buccaneers, division rivalry, and the Falcons came on top of this one, 31-26. look, Baker is number one in touchdowns in the league. But if he keeps this up, he's going to be number one in interceptions. He's just at the moment flinging it all over the place. And if it goes good, touchdown. If it doesn't go good, pick six, other way most probably. So yeah, Buccaneers are 4-4 now. Falcons have taken over the league in the division. So yeah, Packers Jaguars closer than I thought. 30-27 for the Packers. Packers playoff team. Jaguars season done. End of story. Colts Texans, another closer than I expected. I mean, look, their quarterback Richardson, he had to leave the game because he was tired. Oh my God, let me get a tear out for this boy. He had to leave the game because he was tired. I mean, for me, you just bench you for the rest of the season. You play Flacco, and this kid just obviously doesn't have it for the NFL. Sorry to say, he just doesn't have it. Texans. I don't know. The Texans are struggling at the moment. We'll see what they do tonight because they got the Jets. That's in a few hours' time. We'll see what happens there. But yeah, Colts still good at 4-4. Texans at 6-2. Both teams got everything to play for. Saints against the Chargers. Saints rebuild season. Like I said, this one went 26-8 for the Chargers. Look, if the Chargers get their stuff together, they got a good quarterback. They got a good coach. I like Harbaugh. I like both the Harbaugh brothers. I like them. But Chargers are above 500, so they have a good chance of making the playoffs. The Bulls against the Seahawks. Oh man, shout out to all the Seahawks fans out there. We have a very special Seahawks fan, Dominique. He's in with the Seahawks of Europe and of Switzerland and everything like that. I think all the boys were at the game last week, and they sent us some beautiful pictures and stuff like that, and we thank them a lot. But your Seahawks just didn't turn up. They didn't turn up. The Bills just dominated this one. I mean, Josh Allen throws for 2 touchdowns, fantastic. But the Bills cruised. The Bills just cruised. And the Seahawks season is like a roller coaster. Like I said in all the other previews, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. So it was down last week. It's going to be up this week. Let's have a look. Then you have the Panthers against the Broncos. Broncos are now 5-3. Another team I didn't give a lot of stock to at the beginning of the season. Panthers are just a waste of time at the moment. They had 1-7. I was 28-14. It's actually closer than I thought. But look, Broncos doing well. Bo Nix doing well. You got Sean Payton as your coach. Yeah, that makes a big difference if you have a world-class coach. Chiefs against Raiders, closer than I thought this one. Chiefs won this one 27-20. Still unbeaten. Patrick Mahomes still throwing interceptions like crazy, but finding ways to win. What can you say? Can the Chiefs go unbeaten? That's the only question left for the Chiefs this season. We'll see. The schedule is going to tighten up a little bit. They're not going to have the Raiders every week. Then the game of stupidity. I gotta find that picture first. There you go. The game of stupidity. Here we go. I'm just going to put this picture up. Okay, listen to this. The Bears are up 15 to, I think it was 15 to 12. Or 15 to 11, something like that. There's no time on the clock anymore, a few seconds. All that's left for the Commanders is a Hail Mary. And they throw a Hail Mary up. And then the guy on the defense that was chirping to the fans and saying it's all over is the guy that screws up. Instead of knocking the ball down, he tips the ball up. It goes into the end zone. The Commanders catch the ball, a Hail Mary, and they win. I mean, let's be serious. I mean, you give the Bears enough rope and they're hanging themselves. I mean, they've had a good season so far. And they're still 4-3. But, I mean, this is a game the Bears never should have lost. And the Commanders keep on rolling on, 6-2. The Commanders, my new special team, keep on rolling on. Then we had the Monday Night Football. Oh my God. You Cowboys suck. You suck. I mean, I expect from the Cowboys, we're going to talk about you afterwards in the teams that I'm disappointed about. I expect you guys to do something in the trade. I mean, your season is cooked if you don't do anything. I mean, the schedule that you have coming up in the next 4 games. If you can get 2 and 2 out of that, I'd be surprised. I think the Cowboys season is over. I mean, it's the gift that just keeps on giving. I mean, the Cowboys will be irrelevant by the time Thanksgiving comes around. You people are terrible. And then Monday Night Football, the Steelers keep on marching on because the Giants are just a terrible football team. Don't have a lot of weapons. Steelers, Russell Wilson's looking good. He doesn't have to do too much. I think, I was thinking about Russell Wilson the other day. Where did it all go wrong for Russell Wilson? It all went wrong in the Super Bowl against the Patriots. From that minute on, his career started slipping slowly but surely downhill. And I think now he's got a good coach again. He's got stability. We'll just take that away quickly. He's got stability, and I think that's what he needs. A simple way of playing, a good coach that trusts him, and good pieces around him with a good defense. And I think Russell Wilson and the Steelers make the playoffs. And this is a team I don't think anybody wants to face in the playoffs. So, yeah. So that is basically my lookout from last week. Let's get into the tables quickly. We'll go through them one by one. Just got to find them, Got to find them. There we go. So We'll start in the AFC East. We got the Bulls 6-2, Dolphins 2-5, Patriots 2-6, Jets 2-6. That's probably the worst division in football. Bulls will make the playoffs. I don't think any of the other 3 teams make the playoffs. Then we move on to the AFC North. Steelers, Ravens. I think Steelers, Ravens will definitely make the playoffs. One will go through a wild card. Maybe the Bengals get there as well. But the Steelers have surprised me at 6-2, and the Ravens 5-3. Didn't expect them to have 3 losses for the whole season. Then we get to the AFC South. Texans on top, expected. Colts are still hanging around, and the other 2 teams, excuse me, irrelevant. AFC West. Chiefs 7-0, only unbeaten team in the NFL. Broncos 5-3. Looking like a good playoff team. The Chargers are still in a playoff hunt. The Raiders are cooked. Get to the NFC. NFC East. Commanders. No one at the beginning of the season saw this happening. I thought the Eagles and the Cowboys would be the favorites. Eagles, good chance of making the playoffs. Cowboys, they got to do some crazy stuff to get there, I don't think. And the Giants are the Giants. The Giants have been irrelevant for a few years now. Then the NFC North, one of the top divisions in NFL this year. The Lions at 6-1, the Packers at 6-2. I mean, every team here is above 500. Every team can still make the playoffs. I don't know. I'm not sure about my history. Has there ever been a division where all 4 make the playoffs? I don't know. Most probably not, because of the interdivisional games will knock them off. But strong division, good teams, good football. NFC South, Buccaneers are slipping. Baker, you've got to start cutting down on those turnovers. Falcons doing well. I think it's between the Buccaneers and the Falcons. Saints and Panthers, irrelevant. 2 more irrelevant teams. And then we get into the last division, the NFC West. What a division. I mean, basically the Rams have got a game less. If they win their game, you got 4 teams on 4-4. This is the division. It's going to be really interesting to watch what's going to happen there. I still see the 49ers as the strongest team. I still see the Seahawks stronger than the Cardinals. But the Rams have got their pieces back. I mean, and I don't think, we'll talk about that afterwards, but I don't think that they'll be trading Cooper Kupp. So I trust the Rams to start coming good, definitely. So that was a look at the last week and all the tables. Let's have a quick look at this week. What's coming up for this week? We'll just hit that for you quickly, put the schedule out. Our first game for this week is going to be the Texans against the Jets. That's going to be in a few hours on Thursday Night Football. Then we have the Cowboys against the Atlanta Falcons. It's a must-win for the Cowboys. And I don't think they'll win. I think the Falcons will win this one. Easily. Yeah. Then we have the Denver Broncos and the Baltimore Ravens. Interesting game. This can be an interesting game. But the Ravens are at home. I think they'll bounce back. not worried about it. Miami Dolphins against the Bills. Hell no. Hell no. The Dolphins are not getting anything out of this. The Bills will win. Then we have the New Orleans Saints and the Carolina Panthers. Nobody cares. Two terrible teams. Somebody has to win. They must probably manage to get a draw because they're both so shitty. Then the Raiders travel to the Bengals. Raiders didn't play too bad last week, but the Bengals should win this one. Then we have the Chargers against the Cleveland Browns. I don't know what to expect because you don't know what Browns team's going to turn up, but I'd still back the Chargers. Then we have it's going quickly for me now. Go to the New England Patriots against the Tennessee Titans. Two not so good football teams. I'm just going to back the Patriots because I'm a Patriots fan. The Bears against the Cardinals. Another intriguing matchup. I'll go with the Cardinals this time. Jacksonville Jaguars against the Eagles. The Jaguars are hunting no Eagles this week. The Eagles will fly, fly, fly. Detroit Lions against the Green Bay Packers. Game of the week for me. A toss of a coin. I'll still go with the Lions. Then we have the LA Rams against the Seattle Seahawks. Seahawks at home again. I'm going with the Rams this one. I'm sorry about that, Dominic. Then we have the Indianapolis Colts against the Minnesota Vikings. I got to go with the Vikings. They need to pick it up. Tampa Bay at the Kansas City Chiefs. I think this is the first game the Chiefs lose. I think Baker's going to be crazy and beat them. And we have two teams on the bye, the San Francisco 49ers and the Pittsburgh Steelers. But the rest of the games will run underneath. And let's get back into what we were talking about a little bit earlier. And we'll see. Yes, the trade deadline is on Tuesday. The Cowboys definitely need to do something. The Jets, they can't do anything anymore. They're done. Do the 49ers try something? They're always very good at the trade line deadline, trying to do something. I said the teams that are 1-5, 1-6, or 2-6, I think they give off some parts, and the teams that are in the playoff hunt, they'll try to get some deals, because as you know, the NFL is a win now league. The windows for most teams are very small. I mean, yes, we had the Patriots that did it over many years, and I think the Chiefs are kind of like the new Patriots. But otherwise, I don't see any of the other teams doing that kind of longevity dynasty thing. So I think it's a win now situation. So if you look like you're making the playoffs and you have a chance to get to the Super Bowl, you throw in all your chips. I expect the Lions to do something on defense to replace Aiden Hutchinson. So we'll see. I think there could be one or two big upsets on trade day, and I think that the Cowboys might do something crazy. I can even see them trading Dak Prescott, honest to God, because but who's going to pick up his $60 million a year salary? And I mean, what is he, 90? He's on the books for $90 million next year. $90 million. NFL's going absolutely crazy. Then I wanted to talk about my disappointments. Well, let's start on a positive note. Who are my positives, first of all? Definitely the Commanders are, for me, a positive this season. The Bears have been a positive, even though they effed it up with that Hail Mary last week. I didn't expect the Seattle Seahawks to be this good. So at 4-4, I think another positive for me. The other teams I did expect. I mean, you did expect the Lions and stuff. You expected the Chiefs and stuff like that. The two most disappointing teams for me in the league this year, Jets and Cowboys. The Cowboys got an owner, he gets in his own way. I mean, the drivel he was talking this week about scholarships and made no sense. You got to check that interview out of Jerry Jones. Made no sense. I don't know if Jerry's going senile, but the Cowboys suck. And the Jets, I mean, they set up the whole thing for win now, and they are not winning. And I'm going to go watch the game in a few minutes against Houston. If they lose that one, they can trade Aaron Rodgers to a contender. Devontae Adams must be thinking to himself, what the fuck did I do? could have stayed at the Raiders. They got a better record. I mean, what a joke. But that's my roundup for the NFL for this week. We'll see you guys next week. Enjoy your football. Have a lot of fun. And remember to like, subscribe, and hit the notification button. And give us some feedback on what you think of the channel. And we'll see you guys soon here at Vic and Vern Sports Chat. And you guys have a fantastic weekend. Love, peace, and happiness. Ciao, ciao.